Hey TikTok, Goddess Energy here. I wanted to stop in this afternoon and talk about surviving narcissistic relationships, surviving narcissistic parents, friends, family members. And I know that as a narcissistic abuse survivor myself, I was gaslit. I was exploited, constantly lied to, manipulated, cheated on, abused, physically, emotionally, verbally, sexually, by narcissistic family members in my life, narcissistic partners, lovers. And I, like a lot of daughters out there, have narcissistic mothers. My first bully was my mother. She really was, emotionally manipulative, and she was very verbally abusive because she was jealous of me and envious of me. When I was younger, I liked to sing and dance, and, I was never good enough. She always talked down to me, belittled me, made me feel like I was a joke and that I wasn't talented, because she was competing with me. She wanted my life. So for so long, she wanted me to stay dependent on her, or dependent on a certain partner that she put, in my life to handle me, or to keep me in that trap of abuse and neglect. And sometimes you just have to, enough is enough. You have to say no. You have to say no, and you have to remove yourself from the abusers, because they're going to continue to abuse you as long as you allow them to. Once you stand up for yourself and say, no, you're not going to abuse me anymore. You're not going to feed off of my energy and use it for your benefit. You're not going to feed off of my trauma. Because, narcissists, they thrive off of trauma, abuse, and how it makes you feel. They thrive off of that energy of you being afraid. And so I just want to say, if there's any women out there that are suffering and dealing with the narcissist, and dealing with narcissistic abuse, sexual, physical, emotional, being exploited in family, or in a job, or by a boyfriend, you can free yourself. You can get out, but you have to make that choice yourself. And yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard, but it can be done. You have to remove yourself from the situation, from the energy. You have to cut off all ties to your abusers, even if that's your family members, even if that's your own mother, your father, your brother, your children, even if it's your adult children. Because there comes a time when you have to choose yourself. You have to do what's right for you, so that you can prosper and you can be happy and drama free. Because that's another thing that a narcissist loves, is drama. Drama in everything. And they want to keep control over where you go, control of where you work, control of what you dress, control of your money, control on if you're going to be able to make money, and they want to control anything that you create. And then that's when if you're a creative type, you hear about like all of these artists where their families took control, and everything, they end up getting isolated. I mean, who is that? Biggie Smalls was one. Britney Spears is another example of her parents. Was it Macaulay Culkin? Like, so many kids that were young and they started to become something. There was always a narcissistic parent or a narcissistic manager that wanted to exploit them, use them, take their money for themselves, never allow them to have anything. Us as women, we're always, people want us to suffer in silence, and they want us to be quiet, and they want us to accept the abuse. And, we need to stop doing that. We need to say enough is enough. And no means no. And I don't care if you're married, you've been married for 20, 30 years. I don't care if you're in love with them. When you say no to your boyfriend, to your husband, to especially a parent that is telling you it's okay for them to touch you where inappropriately, or abuse you, and they want you to stay quiet because they want you to feel that it's your fault. So they're going to put some of that blame there and have you participate in abuse, or take you to a mental facility to talk to a psychiatrist, to where they turn the tables to where it's your fault. It's your fault you got abused. It's your fault that you were raped or sexually assaulted because of where you were, what you were wearing, the people you hung around with. And, you should have, if he's your husband, then you should just let him screw you or abuse you any way he wants, anyhow he wants to. And your opinion doesn't matter because you're his property. And that's just a load of crap. Because you're not. You're a child of God, and you belong to yourself. And we as women, we need to stand up for ourselves, and we need to stand up for our children, especially stand up for our daughters and our sons, because the majority of people that are pedophiles and that are abusing our children are in our own families. I was abused by my father. I was abused by my cousins and uncles, and my own aunt would drug me and then let men come in and sexually assault me. So I know exactly all of those things. And my family members, they know it as well. And I'm not about to take the abuse anymore. I'm not going to listen to them gaslight me about, everything that I, know, and everything that's happened to me, that I've experienced and witnessed, seen happen in my life. They want to tell me it's all an illusion, that I'm crazy. Those things didn't happen, when they did. And they know they did. And your abuser is going to do that. Your abuser is going to shift blame. They're going to bring up past mistakes that you have to turn the tables so that, the focus is not on you. They're going to act like you were involved in it, that you liked it, that you accepted it. They're going to try to guilt trip you and gaslight you, and make you feel like you were part of the victimization. You did that to yourself. It's your fault that happened. You allowed them to do that. You allowed their behavior to go. But you know what? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. So right now, ladies, if you're getting abused, sexually abused by a parent, and you're underage, and your own mother and your own siblings, they know about it and they're allowing this to happen, you need to get out. You need to run. You need to go to the police station. They have those safe spaces everywhere. You need to go. If you're a wife or a girlfriend, you're being beaten, abused, sexually abused, you need to go to a safe place. You need to get out, because they're going to kill you. You're not going to survive. Don't be a statistic. Save yourself, guys. You need to save yourself. It's up to you to save yourself. It's up to you to take control of your life. Be the leader in your own